And hello, my name is Brent Gove. I could not be more excited to share with you today this revolutionary company called eXp. I know you've heard a lot about it and you came to the right place to learn a lot about it. So a couple things. Number one, I'm gonna share with you real brief about my background. But number two, I have a question for you. Can you make a commitment to stay in curiosity about this business model? Because it's about to completely transform the world of real estate. It's a big promise, but I'm gonna ask you to take the idea of leaving your current brokerage, turn it into a book and just put that on the bookshelf. You're not going anywhere. You're not leaving anywhere. I'm gonna ask you to make a commitment to stay in curiosity about this model. By the way, it's a model that brought 90,000 agents to a brokerage over the past 10 years. Name one company in the world that grew by 90,000 agents in the last 10 years. That would be us. We're the only company in the world. So just watch close, sit back, take a breath, and take it all in, and you decide for yourself. So real quick now, before I dive into some of the mechanics of eXp and what's going on, what everyone's so doggone excited about, I want to give you a brief background of me. I promise to be brief. Been in real estate for almost 30 years now. And my first 12 years was at this small brokerage called RE/MAX International. Very happy there, very, very pleased, wonderful experience. And then I switched in 2008-9 to a brokerage called Keller Williams. And I spent almost a decade there. And I went from I liked RE/MAX. I really liked it. Super happy there, to love. I went from like to love. And I fell in love with Keller Williams, the culture, the education, the training. And that's kind of where I was when about 8 years ago, eXp found me. And so I'm going to talk to you about what was so light years ahead. It was literally, it went from love to out of this universe. So I'm going to talk to you about why everyone is so doggone excited about eXp. So let's get into it. Number one, we focus on leads and education. You think, well, we do that on our company too. Yep, and we do it. And I'll match our training and collaboration to yours and up you one. I think not only you'll find it's as good, it's actually better. We're currently closing 45,000 transactions, not a year, a month, like right now. And I believe that number is going to double and triple over the next few years. It's pretty exciting what's going on. Number two, we have marketing and personal brand. You actually get to have your brand and then in fine print, whatever they allow in your state or country, brokered by eXp Realty, their broker's number. There's liability for you independents. It's eXp that has to deal with it, not you. And then also, or if you have a brand, it's your brand, brokered or powered by eXp. Again, whatever they allow in your state or country. Pretty awesome, but you don't lose your identity. We back your identity. We bring a multi-billion-dollar company to you. And then there's culture and mission. Wow. I mean, everyone's like, well, our culture's pretty good at our company. And so it is here. In fact, here, the people who have to come here, they're seeing the opportunity. They're excited. They want to have something even better. It's kind of hard for a negative, grouchy person to go to eXp because they tend to not to just by terms of who they are. So we end up with all the positive, goal-oriented, can-do, let's take over the world. It's pretty awesome. So I'll match your culture and see you one. You got to come see it for yourself. Come to an eXp event. You'll see. You'll be blown away. Leadership and mission. Again, who do you know who added 90,000 agents? Not just added them, grew by. We're close to 90,000 now. It's amazing. We're the only company in the world that has done this over the past 10 years. The only one. You can name nobody else. It's pretty awesome. And then there's broker support and tech support. Everyone's always worried about the broker support. Well, how's the broker support at RE/MAX? Man, it was very good. How's the broker support at Keller Williams? Man, it was very good. Just as good as RE/MAX, I thought. How about eXp? Well, I mean, again, at my old brokerage service, sometimes the broker was out. It would take an hour. Sometimes they were out for the whole day, dentist appointment or something. I have to wait till tomorrow. I know things got really busy at KW at Keller Williams. Sometimes I'd sit in a chair. It was like the doctor's office. There'd be two agents sitting in front of me. I'd sit there for an hour or two. I'd just work from my chair. 2 hours later, I could see the doctor, our broker, get help. And he was really good. Loved it. Again, I thought the brokerage support was incredible at KW. At eXp, the average wait time is 2 minutes. 2 minutes. We have multiple brokers available in every state all the time. Our average is a 2-minute wait time. If you care about your time, best brokerage support by a long shot. Agent support. Like, well, what does EXP do for you? Like, how are they really going to help me? We have 2,200 full-time staff employees to wait on you, 2,200. And we have accounting department, we have a technology department, we have brokerage services department, we have the agent transaction count department, we have marketing department, we have a luxury department, international department. I mean, we got it all. And so there's a short video that one of my favorite vice presidents, Russ Logan, made. Watch this video, that's all I can tell you. You'd be blown away. Next is luxury and commercial. We have a luxury. Do you have a luxury division? You may. So do we, and it's top notch. One of my agents just listed a $19 million home in St. Augustine, Florida. Then he brought the buyer, and one transaction he did $38 million worth of business. In one transaction, our luxury is on fire at EXP. Well, I think ours is a little bit better. No, just keep watching. And then we have commercial. We have, I don't know, about 1,000 commercial agents throughout North America, and that number is just gonna just explode. We're gonna take over the world of commercial. I was never selling vineyards and buildings and restaurants and resorts. Now, that's just normal because we have a luxury department. Our residential agents team up with our commercial agents, and it's out of this world. Finally, office space. Everyone's like, well, if I go to EXP, I have to work from my home, and I like going to the office. I like being with my friends. And I think this is like one of the biggest misunderstandings of EXP. EXP is cloud-based. They're virtual. 2,200 agents work in a virtual meta universe, a cloud-based universe. But the agents, we have offices. We have over 3,000 Regus locations worldwide. Paris, Rome, New York, San Francisco, Sacramento. I mean, there's multiple. I think in Southern California, throughout LA and San Diego, there's like 65 locations. They're everywhere. We give you a Regus membership. It's like a health club membership. You go down and you get to go use the office, use their Wi-Fi, their internet, drink the coffee, use the conference rooms, very professional setting. Now, some of you are in podunk nowhere. You're outside of Cheyenne, Wyoming, or you're in Fargo, South Dakota, and you're beyond that. There's probably Reguses in Cheyenne and Fargo. I haven't looked. But if you're somewhere where out in Missouri and it's more remote, go team up with your probate lawyer, your estate planning lawyer, your CPA, your Allstate agent, and cross-market each other. You will do so much more business than staying at your office. Get out of your office. I left Keller Williams, my corner office, and went to a Regus. I thought it was a little weird. There's 200 professionals there, software engineers, commercial insurance brokers, bookkeepers, people who own landscape companies, people who own concrete companies. They all work out there, hundreds of them. None of them had licenses, real estate licenses. They all buy and sell real estate. I've never done so much business from my Regus location. So you want to not get buyers and sellers? Stay within your traditional firm's office. You got Coldwell Banker, Century 21, Berkshire Hathaway, Christie's, Sotheby's, Compass, Keller Williams, you name it, all those companies. Go stay at your office. You're surrounded by agents and brokers. Well, I like that. I'd rather be surrounded by people wanting to list their home and buy homes. Think about what you're saying. Yeah, but I like my friends at the office. I hope you like your kids more. Think about what you're saying, but I really like my broker. Okay, how many homes did you sell last year? 10. Well, what if you could sell 30? What if you could sell, I don't want to sell 50. I'd like to just keep selling 10. But what if you could take your average price from 400,000 to 800 or 800 to 1.6 million? I'm telling you, get out of your office into these locations. It's amazing. What is the big difference? Because everybody will say, my office has culture. We have leads. We have training. We have great leadership. We have a great situation. I get that. But here's why we did something that nobody's ever done before. Nobody's ever grown by almost 90,000 agents in a 10-year period. It's never happened. Not just brought in 90,000. We're talking grown. I think from 600 to almost 90,000 in 10 years. It's never happened. Why? Because when an EXP agent sells a house, they get stock. When they sell more homes, they get more stock. For example, capping, they go off from an 80-20 split to a 100% split quickly, sometimes in 2 or 3 sales. You think, well, I don't want to be on an 80-20. You're only on it for 2 or 3 sales sometimes 1 sale. Now, if you're in an area where home prices are really low, it might take you 7 or 8 sales. It depends upon the price of homes in your area. But most of our agents will cap in 2, 3, 4, 5 sales. And then you go to 100% for the rest of the year. pretty awesome. And you get a big stock award for that. And if you sell more homes than that, there's another stock award, a massive stock award. And if you refer agents to your brokerage, you get even more stock. Every time you refer them, you get stock award. I think my first year I got 51 stock awards. I did the same things I always did at RE/MAX and Keller Williams and never received a stock award. In fact, if you had this system at your office right now, you probably wouldn't even be watching me, because there aren't. Now, you think, well, I'm the owner, I own the whole thing. What are your agents? They don't own anything. Why don't they refer you? Why don't they fight harder to take you from 80 agents to 800 to 1,800? There's nothing in it for them. It's the greatest radio station in the world, WIFM. What's in it for me? And there's something in it for you as the broker owner, but for your agents, there's nothing other than, hey, I like you, here's somebody. But imagine that was monetized. eXp found a way to monetize it. It's powerful. Now, the other big difference maker is because you're a shareholder, we share revenues. We do revenue share. It's like a dividend every month, not quarterly. Like every month you get paid. I'll give you an example. My first 10 days, my revenue share, my dividend, I'm calling it a dividend, it's revenue sharing, was $1,900 for 10 days. I mean, I don't know, what's your house payment? What's your car payment? Boom, that was for 10 days. My first full 30 days, it was $5,000. Again, how much is your house payment, your rent, your car payments? They go, that was, what was it the next month? Oh, it was not 5, it was 10. The next month it was $10,000. The month after that, it was 10. I was shocked. I actually audited eXp, but I think the 5th month, it was $27,000. And it kind of bounced between that and $34,000 for the rest of the year. I'll tell you right now, that'll change your life. That, here's the life of a real estate agent. It always cracked me up. I'm excited, I'm depressed. I'm excited, I'm depressed. I'm excited. It's this whole, you got 4 or 5 in escrow, nothing in escrow. 2 or 3 in escrow, nothing in escrow. 3 months with nothing in escrow. You're excited, you're depressed. You're excited, depressed. If you have revenue share flowing in every month, even if it's just $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, it takes the edge off it. It fills in the potholes. So, man, I tell you, I love the stock award system. Loved it. Been in decades, never seen anything like it. Now, some of my agents only have 50,000. Some of my, 30,000, 50, 80. But I have many who have 100, 200, $250,000, $500,000, $1 million. I have some that have millions and millions of dollars worth of stock. But take even just a crummy $40,000 worth of stock. I'm thinking specifically of one of my agents. She said it was life-changing for her. Now, for life, 40,000 is nothing. We got trophies and plaques. And at eXp, we give glass trophies too, but we always give these stock awards. I've had people say, oh, well, you don't know what that'll be worth. You're right. Well, it turned out our company became almost a $2 billion company. And guess what? The next wave's coming. We're going from almost 90,000 agents to $250,000. We'll be the first company in the history. We'll be the largest single brand in the world because we're the only brand growing internationally the way we are, and with 7 full levels, not 5, that has revenue share that's literally not just growing in the US and Canada. So we have a couple copycat models that are falling, but they're 10 years behind. If you want to chase with that, giving us a 10-year head start, you could do that. First to market always wins. We're about to open in Tokyo. We just opened in Brazil. We opened in Tel Aviv. We've opened in France and Italy and Spain. We're opening in the UK and Australia. I'm telling you, it's exciting what's going on. And you're like, well, I'm not going. That has no meaning to me. I haven't been to any of those places either, other than to travel for fun. But I have hundreds of agents throughout India and Mumbai. I've got hundreds of agents in Spain. I have almost 1,000 in Cape Town and Johannesburg. People tell people they end up. You will get the same thing, and I and the person who shared this video will help you do it. Why would I want that? Because of the revenue sharing. It's a good thing. And so Coldwell Banker was small, then people told people, but they don't revenue share. Keller Williams is just 2 guys. People told people, but there's no revenue share. RE/MAX, Sotheby's, and they still grew. Then you throw in revenue share. It's like throwing gas on a bonfire. It's like cooking with gas, baby. Look out. It is a powerful thing. So one of my favorite vice presidents, Russ Lagan, is going to do a breakout on how the stock awards are calculated and earned. Again, my first year, I got 51 of them. Unbelievable. Changed my life. One of them appreciated to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Just one of the 51. Yeah, but you were early. Listen to me. You're early. I hope you're not a year from now going, man, I wish I got going this year. Don't wait another year. You've already missed a few years, but guess what? The next wave's coming. We're going from 90,000 to $250,000. If I told you we're going from 600 to 90,000, you're like, right, 600 agents, you're a blip on the radar. We did it. No one's ever done it. We did it. So to go from almost 90,000 to $250,000, a lot more believable. especially when we treat our agents with respect and dignity by giving them stock for selling real estate. The more they sell, the more they get. And the more agents they refer, they get unlimited stock. Every time they refer someone, they get stock. Again, Russ is going to explain how the stock awards work, and he's going to break down and show you how revenue share is calculated and why we distribute it every single month on the 22nd. The 22nd of the month is going to be your spouse's favorite day. Because, when are you going to close that escrow? Well, it's scheduled for the 28th, but hopefully everything will go smooth. It might be a week late or 2 weeks late. The 22nd, you get paid like clockwork. I've been paid on the 22nd of every month for 8 years now. My wife loves that day. There's like the 25th of December, and there's the 22nd of every month. A couple days my wife really likes, and Easter and all that, Thanksgiving. But here's the deal. Let me ask you a question. Are you stuck in an old traditional model? I mean, you tell me. Do you get stock awards? Do they share revenues with you? They can't copy the model because they have massive overhead. We're cloud-based. We house 2,200 staff in a virtual campus. We don't have to heat and cool it. We don't have to insure it. We don't have to pay these leases. We don't have to have copiers and phone systems and all the, if you run an office, there's 80 line items. We don't have to stock the bathroom. We don't have to pay for janitorial. We don't have to have Wi-Fi. We don't have to have any of that. We're highly profitable. One of the only companies in the world making money hand over fist right now. There's a reason. So again, if I had listened to my colleagues at RE/MAX and my manager at RE/MAX, I never would have gone to Keller Williams. And I'm so glad I went to Keller Williams. It was powerful. Again, I went from like to love. And then here I'm at Keller Williams. And if I'd listened to my colleagues at Keller Williams and that 80% and my managers at Keller Williams, which are jobs to keep me at Keller Williams, I'd have never gone to EXP. It was life changing. I mean, it was night and day between, for me personally, RE/MAX and Keller Williams, but it was times 100 when I went to EXP. And so we want to help you. You win, we win. When I was at RE/MAX, I had friends, but if I went from 100 to 400, they didn't make more money. When I was at Keller Williams, I had friends. Whether I sold 100 or 400, they didn't make any more money. At EXP, if you go from 100 to 400, people make a lot more money. They're going to get in there, roll up their sleeves, and get to work and help you succeed and collaborate at the highest levels. They're going to go, here's my game plan. Here's how we do it from A to Z. Copy this funnel. Run this ad. Work like this. Do me a favor. Again, you're not switching companies right now. You're making a commitment to staying curiosity about this model. So what's your job? Meet some other people at EXP. Say, I want to meet some people. I want to meet some brokers. I want to meet some agents. Ask them if they get stock revenue share every month. If they get these stock awards, have they cashed any out? I can introduce you to some people that not only they cashed them, they paid off their parents' homes. They paid off their homes. They bought their dream homes. I mean, it's pretty awesome. They've given away millions to charity, their stock. And so ask the questions. Go to some EXP event. We do our international event in Cabo every year. It sells out. 1,200 people flying in from around the world. Ed Milet, Tom Ferry, Pace Morby, Gary Brecka, Coach Bill Pipes. Coach Burt. There's so many incredible people a part of what we're doing. So here's the bottom line. Are you stuck in a traditional model where you don't own it and they're not sharing revenues with you because you're not an equity owner? Because when you own, you participate in the revenue. It's pretty awesome. Welcome to the 21st century. Welcome to EXP. So here's the deal. What do? We help buyers buy, we help sellers sell, and we list agents. That's a big difference. I'll say it again. We help buyers buy, we help sellers sell, and we list agents. Why don't you list agents? Because you don't get paid to list agents. Why do you list homes? Because I get paid to list homes. Why do you help buyers buy? Because you get paid to help buyers buy. Why don't you list agents? Well, I don't get paid to list agents. You do at EXP. So the leaders have always listed agents. They will tell you not to. Stay focused on your production. If you try to list agents and really have a legacy income and have this amazing future, it could hurt your production. Well, sometimes you have a little short-term pain, long-term gain. Sometimes you burn the candle at both ends a little bit. I know, well, I'm already burned the candle. It fit into my life beautifully. I go to lunch, and now I just go to lunch and talk to a friend about EXP. I grab coffee with a friend, now I talk to him about EXP. Things I were already doing, but I think my first year, I referred 25 agents to EXP in my first 5 months. I was doing, and it exploded. I mean, literally, I was making, within 5 months, $27,000 a month on revenue share. Again, that is life-changing money, and then that's a very small amount today. But why do the big players always do this? There's KW, CB, C21, BH, Better Homes, Long and Foster, Willow Page, Christie, Sotheby's. What's KW? Keller Williams. What's CB? Coldwell Banker. 100 years ago, the producers, we don't remember, but we remember Coldwell Banker. They created a legacy company. They sold it to a company called Anywhere for a lot of money, and it made a big difference. Even in the 80s, this company created this great culture and training called KW, Keller Williams, two guys. And they go, let's list agents. Coldwell Banker, let's list agents and then help them. Century 21, Berkshire Hathaway, let's RE/MAX, let's list agents and help them. And they did a great job. But why we are the next big thing is because none of those companies empowered them with stock awards. You own the company with the founder. EXP is doing that. And then share revenues every month on the 22nd, unlike anybody else. We're doing that. And the international, we're about to open Tokyo. We're in the UK, Australia, Tel Aviv, Brazil. I mean, it's just unbelievable what's going on. And what does that got to do with me? It has everything to do with you, because you'll tell somebody says, oh, I have an uncle in the UK. I have a friend in Brazil. I have someone in Florida. I know somebody up in Canada. I know somebody in France, Monaco, Nice. I went to Monaco. I was in Nice. I had 80 agents said, hey, let's get together. I didn't even know them, but they're selling homes in France. I'm getting paid. You would get paid. I have hundreds of agents in Barcelona and Madrid. I didn't talk to any of them, but I told somebody told them, and then it's going to have almost 1,000 agents in Cape Town and South. You will too, hundreds in India. Well, that's you. You were early. No, the next wave is coming. Do not miss it again. It's like being a surfer. You see that little swell on the horizon. I'm telling you right now, feel it in my bones. The next wave is coming, and we go from 90,000. We're almost a $2 billion company to $250,000. Without the overhead, and we throw in the economies of scale, which we already have it all in place, the value of our company, you think what you want to think. I'm very, very excited about that. So you're able to participate in stock awards, which I believe will be extremely valuable, and then the revenue sharing is unbelievable. So let me tell you one reason why independents are coming to EXP like crazy right now. Number one, liability. If you own an independent brokerage with 30 agents or 300 or 1,300, you are in the crosshairs of every attorney. It falls on you. You're the broker of record. When you take your brokerage and partner up with EXP, you get to keep the name of your brokerage and small print at the bottom, whatever's legal in your state or country. Brokered by EXP in some states, powered by EXP, whatever you like, but you have to follow the laws in your state. Bottom line is, EXP is now the broker of record. You're not going to court. They're going to court. If 120 of your agents, you get 2 or 3, something happens. I mean, good agents get sued when it's not their fault. You have to hire the lawyers. You got to go to court. I had one friend, he had 220 agents. He had 6 open lawsuits going. He said 4 of them were just completely bogus, but he still had to have lawyers and defend himself. 2 of them, though, his agents, 227 agents, they made actual mistakes, and there was real liability there. And if there was this, if it's not, if it's this, like, hey, well, I didn't think it was important for them to sign that disclosure. Guess what? Insurance says we're out. So who covers then? You do, the broker of record. So this is a great way to mitigate that soft underbelly of your liability that is out there. And you're done going to arbitration. You're done going to small claims court. You're done being involved with lawsuits. It is huge. The other reason is, okay, so you take like Lions Real Estate. They've been in Sacramento for 50 years. They have 1,200 agents. They're a huge, respected local broker. They're amazing. And they have a few people within a 100-mile radius, as far as I've seen, maybe 1,250 years. At the end of my second year, I had 3,500 agents. In 2 years, I tripled the size of their brokerage. Didn't have the 14 offices that they had to provide for, and I was able to make $1.2 million in profit my second year. My third year, $3.5 million in profit. My fourth year, $5.5 million in profit. It is amazing. So if you're an independent brokerage, when you team up with EXP, you instantly how are you going to support people in Brazil? Well, why would I want to? Because somebody knows somebody who's in Brazil, but you're not there. You're not set up. What states are you in? Well, I'm in these 4 states. How would you like to be in 50 overnight? How would you like to be able to grow up into the country of Canada, be into Calgary, Alberta, Toronto? I don't want to. How about if you didn't have a choice and your business just went there? You got paid. That's what happens to me. I've lost control of my income in a positive way. The reason you want to be here as an independent brokerage is you're going to lose control of your income in a positive way because we're in 24 countries. You don't have a choice, baby. You're going to Tel Aviv. You're going to Dubai. We just opened in Dubai. We're in Australia and the UK. We're in Rome and Paris. And you're going to grow there and you're going to get paid. The sun will never set on your business. I need you to look up and think bigger than just Minneapolis, than just Tampa, than just Miami, than just LA. You think it's small if you're thinking about LA or Las Vegas. I want you to think globally, the connectivity, and it is coming. And that's why these independent brokers are waking up going, I want to be a part. I want to partner up. You get to keep your brand, but now you get stock, you get revenue share, and you get paid on all your agents. You didn't sell the company and get a one-time check for $2 million and then pay $1 million in taxes, and all you got is $1 million. And if you're spending $300,000 a year to live, that's like 3.5 years worth of income. You worked your whole life for that. And think, well, I get $7 million for mine. Okay, then your tax bill is going to be $3 million, $3.5 million, and then you're left with $3.5 million. And trust me, it goes fast. And so here's a way to not lose it and to actually double, triple, quadruple it. I mean, if I could in 2 years have 3,500 agents, let me and let the people who gave me this video help you grow your company. So this is why we are exploding with independent brokerages, both small and large, 10, 20, 50, 100, 500, 1,500, 3,000. We're meeting with 3,000. They're coming. And you should check it out. Take a deep dive. Come to some EXP events. Meet our founder. Meet the CEO. Meet our vice president, Amy Weaver. Meet some people. Ask the questions. So my final advice for you is this. Do your research. I implore you to check out EXP. We're either going to pass the mustard test or we're not going to. Do your homework. We have 3 simple steps for you to take a deeper dive by, again, Vice President Russ Lagan, one of my favorite VPs, and he's got a video number 1. It's just a few minutes long. It's going to blow your mind. Then take step 2 and step 3. Again, these are short, powerful videos that get more into the weeds of how stock works, revenue share works, agent support. You're going to love it. And then finally, just remember this. Ignorance is not bliss. Everyone says, oh, ignorance is bliss. No, it's not. You know, what you don't know can't hurt you. What you don't know can kill you. So here's my advice to you. Don't pay the dumb tax. This is my good friend Tony Robbins says, don't pay the dumb tax. So learn, educate yourself. Either you're going to find out EXP is for you, and I truly believe you will, or you're going to rule it out. So either rule it in, rule it out, but take the next 3 steps, do a deeper dive, get some more understanding, and then you decide for yourself. Can't wait to meet you sometime.